Tonight to present to Louisville, Kentucky, V-Shawn Mitchell. Come on, let's give him a round of applause. And we are so excited about you being in Louisville tonight and being here to bless us tonight. And we just wanted to ask you just to share with the people the vision behind the move that you're making in the kingdom with your music, radically uplifting the name of Jesus Christ everywhere. We're seeing you. I was on Twitter. You everywhere. You in this city, that city, and everywhere in between. And we're so proud of you. We're always proud when young people are making a difference in the hearts of men. But if we even let the people know a little bit about the vision and about the move of the music and why we need to go out there and support all the things that you're doing.
How y'all doing? Good. Got them cell phones out. Look at them. What we do before cell phones? Video, cameras, pictures, all that. I'm V-Shawn Mitchell, no stranger to Louisville, Kentucky. I've been here a lot. Friends of Jason Claiborne and Niecy Robertson, Titus, and TJ, and everybody. I know everybody. Look at her today. Yeah, you know Niecy. Yeah, everybody, Joy. And just glad to be here. I have been on a roller coaster this year promoting the sound of Triumphant, which is my new CD with the song some people like called Nobody Greater. And
yes, sir!
yeah, and a few more songs. But it wasn't just a song, y'all. It's an actual CD, and it'll be on sale tonight if you ain't got it yet for just $10. But I'm gonna tell y'all where it came from. In 2009, a whole bunch of people were going through, they were losing their jobs and having problems getting in school and losing, finances and all that. And I wanted to do a project that would point people back to the source and not their resource. So from the conqueror to triumphant to nobody greater to his blood still works, to be fruitful and multiply. All the songs on this project is just to point you to God. And it's so good when you do a sound that just for God and it just spreads around the entire earth. People in Africa singing Nobody Greater, people in Australia, people, I heard it in Chinese, and I can't say it, but they say it some type of way. But it's just a great thing to see. And these are some of the young people that travel with me all the time. Tila, wave your hand. Rakita, Wendell/Kendall, he's here. Y'all see tonight on stage, he jumps up and down. But we just love giving God some praise. And we heard we're at the C.R.U.N.K Fest, right?
Yes, sir!
Y'all gonna get crunk with us tonight?
Yes, sir!
Y'all gonna get crunk with us tonight for real?
Yes!
I know I'm old, but I'm a little crazy. So it's okay to come on stage. It's okay to come up in the front. You ain't gotta be stuck in those seats. I'm gonna say, come on down, let's have a good time. Y'all know the songs, act like you know it. If you don't know it, just clap and smile or something. But we're gonna have a good time all tonight. I've invited some of the great musicians from this city, some other singers from this city as well. They're gonna join us on stage. I saw them somewhere. They're gonna join us tonight. We're just gonna have a good time. I want to just, any questions? Since this is question and answer, right? Good question. Don't ask me am I married. I ain't gonna tell you. Any good questions? Yes.
One of the things that I work with a praise team, one of the things that we suffer with is people want to perform, but not the feeling of God.
Worship.
They don't understand between praise and worship.
Yeah.
And there is a difference. And so, what do you tell these young people when they come down, when it's a life outside of it?
Yeah.
That you have to live this way. They think you live one way on the outside, and then get on stage and it's bam, there it is.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I'm
I'm gonna say this, and because I have great worship leaders with me, I'm gonna let Wendell say something as well. But I'm gonna say this: when God called you to do something, you're responsible to God. Okay? Uzziah was killed trying to help God the wrong way.
Come on!
He had good intentions, but he had the wrong process.
Right.
So if we continue to go before God, trying to sing with our hands dirty, and we're not going before Him the right way, we may see emotions, but we'll not see the presence or the glory of God. It's okay, we sing music, and I'm gonna tell y'all this all the time. Music has life, right? So I know how to sing the right song to make you do the right thing. Okay? If I say, Lord, you are good, and everybody gonna be jumping up and down, right? If I say, something like, nobody great, everybody gonna go into, something, right? That's emotional. But if it's not coming from nowhere, then it has no power. So it's really important for us to be very strong in what God called us to do. If God called us to sing and minister praise and worship, we have to live in a lifestyle of praise and worship. And that's not only Thompson, walking around every day with a Bible in your hand. I know you're young. It's about what you feed your spirit, what you read. I always talk about Wendell because I think he's the most saved young man I know at his age, because he came to visit me with 2 Bibles and a book about worship. I'm serious. But that's what we have to do because he's a worship leader. He has to feed his spirit the right thing. You know, when you come to my church, I'm the minister of music. I've been a minister of music for over 16 years. But you say you want to be on a praise team. My first question is, what are you reading? What are you listening to? You know, are you a tither?
Come on. Come on.
Because the good thing, you know, people don't understand, like when you're on a praise team, whatever, people are not always looking at the leader. Because some people are looking at you, even if you're on a microphone. And they want to know that you know something about Jesus that they don't know. And if you look like them, you done lost somebody. There has to be something that shines about you. So there's so much, it's so vast, but as young people, just continue to keep your prayer life right, keep listening to the right stuff, putting yourself in the right place. And if God called you to sing or minister praise and worship, make sure that you are feeding your spirit the right thing and make sure that you are responsible to what God called you to. Because, you know, one thing about, we can talk about it all day long and say, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the thing about it is, I take my hands off of it. Because when you say God called you to something, you're responsible to God and not man.
I mean, I can talk about my personal experience with praise and worship, and it's definitely a life outside of the stage. A lot of people think when they see you on stage and you singing and you shouting and you're jumping, you don't know what that cost. V-Shawn wrote a song as I've been through too much not to worship him, and you don't know how much the oil costs. And, there's a lot more that goes to praise and worship than nobody greater. God will test you and put you in a situation where are you really going to say there's nobody greater than me? Do you really believe that I am your everything? So I can basically just piggyback on what he said and really, really stay in your words, stay grounded, stay rooted, and listen to your mothers. Because my mother told me, my mother always told me that your life on stage has to match what you do off the stage. Your grades got to be right. The people around you have to be able to feed into your spirit and not your flesh. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want everybody around you that's always telling you how wonderful you are and how great you are. Somebody ought to be correcting you because you're not doing everything right. So that's it. I'm done.
And the Bible says in the book of he got his glasses on tonight. But listen to your mother. I'm for real. I believe that, you know, I thank God for what he's doing in my life. It's on a fast track, you know, but I'm 34, y'all. I've been singing and writing for a long time, all right? But my great-grandmother said, don't let your gifts take you where your character can't keep you. One thing about what we do, we all are gifted. We all are gifted, but we have to make sure our character can match our gifts. And that is making sure that we're prepared to sing and lead praise and worship. Anybody else? A young person?
What can we look forward towards the future, like towards now? Any upcoming things, upcoming future projects, any new things from anything from you? What can we look for coming out in the future?
In a few weeks, we're going to release a DVD/CD with 2 new songs on it. C.R.U.N.K, the deluxe edition. So be looking for that. And let me tell you the good part about it is that I am not only, and people see me as an artist, but I'm a businessman as well. And I teach everyone, I'm actually writing an article for Black Enterprise online about how being an artist is being a business. And if you don't know how to be a business, you're going to lose at being an artist. That's why people file bankruptcy and all that kind of stuff, but they lost because they wanted to sing, but they didn't want to learn about what was going into singing. But we're releasing a deluxe edition with 2 extra songs on it. And I encourage you to go get it because I worked out a deal with Walmart where it's going to be the same price as 1 CD. So you're going to be able to go buy the CD with 2 new songs on it and the DVD just for the price of a CD, whatever they charge for it. So, you know, and that is to boost the sales, but I thought about it. You know, most people ain't got enough money for 1 CD, so why would you want to get a DVD? That just don't make sense. So let me get my little $11 and get the 1, and it's going to be all right. So that's coming out. I released the video. I hope y'all seen it. It's kind of cool, walking through the city of New York. And we're getting ready for a new recording next year. And come on, y'all can clap. Yeah. And I am really seeking God for what's the next sound. I'm not going to do nothing, you know, like try to recreate nobody great. You can't recreate what God gave you. So, you know, just be ready for whatever the next sound is God gives me. It will be a sound of praise and worship, but it's going to be a sound, whatever the next phase of where we're supposed to go. Is that all right? I also have had a vision because I have so many singers around me that write and sing as well. So I'm gonna put a couple of their songs on the CD and just let them have their way. I gotta approve them though, but but they're really great. These are great young people who really love God and they sing and they write music for the Lord. So look for that. The people are looking at me now to do a movie next year. So just a whole bunch of stuff. I call it the year of first because I had the first Grammy nomination, first this, first that, first this, first that. So I just say, God, whatever door you open, I'm gonna just walk in it. And if you crack the window open, God, I'm gonna push it up the rest of the way because this is the season for just walking into your destiny. If you don't believe in your dream, who is? Believe in your dream. So that's it. That's it. Anybody? You got a question? You good? All right. So what are you looking at, son? No. Anybody? Yes.
What was your experience like before becoming a worship leader, praise and worship leader?
Before becoming, I've always been a worship leader. I didn't know it. I've been writing and singing for a long time, and until I learned about praise and worship, I didn't know what I was doing. And then I decided to kind of learn about it. So I was just singing. That was my experience, just singing and just going around everywhere until I experienced that I ain't gonna say what happened, but that point in my life where God had to pull me apart before I messed up and say, and put me in the right place. I can tell some of y'all, don't be taping me. You taping me? I tell you, you can tape me. It's all right. I had to go to jail for a minute for driving on suspended license, and God pretty much told me. He said, "You either gonna live for me or go another way." And I was there, and that's when I wrote in the little Bible with the little half pencil. I wrote, "You don't know my story," all the things I've been through. Because people look at you in church because you directing choirs and you singing and think you right. You smile, you got a suit on, but I wasn't living the life I was singing about. So I was singing, but I wasn't praising and worshiping the God that I serve. And that's not about singing. Praise and worship has nothing to do with singing. Praise and worship has to do with your lifestyle and your relationship with God. Because if you really understand praise is what we do, but worship is God's response to what we do. He responds in worship. That's why it talks about he inhabits the praises. That means he comes to where you are, sits on your level, speaks your language, and gives you direction. So that's kind of, the short story of a long one. But that's where I'm at. That's good? Thank y'all so much. See you in a minute.